Now you're trying to tell a story and we won't let you get to it.
I'm going to go ahead and power through this. This is actually the thing that I said that I was going to punt for next episode, but I'm going to try and get through it.
Mm-hmm.
This is from May 30th. This is again from Religious News Service. California lawmakers threaten to break confidentiality of confession to find abusers.
Oh.
Yeah.
But God will be so mad that you found the rapists.
The government is going to be breaking into the confessional booth, so to speak.
Huh.
Oh, that's Satan.
Breaking with a long tradition of clerical privilege. I got to write this down.
Yeah.
I accidentally wrote.
Yeah.
I accidentally read that as cervical privilege.
The first time hit through.
Before the show.
It's a better privilege, I think.
Clerical privilege, not cervical. California is edging toward requiring priests and other church employees to inform authorities that they, if they learn of child sex abuse during sacramental confession. Again, May 31st, the California State Senate passed a bill that would require priests to report child abuse if they learn about it while hearing the confession of a fellow priest or colleague. Bill.
Oh, wait. Restricted to other priests?
Yes. It is restricted specifically for priest-on-priest action.
Wow.
Priest-on-priest
confession,
Wait. Why
That's interesting.
Is it? I guess then they'd get more argument from Jesus. Jesus defense box.
The bill, which passed overwhelmingly with a 30-4 vote for abstaining, the amendment was, from its original version, would have required the priest to report abuse they learn in any confession.
Oh, okay.
So that was the original bill. And it got narrowed to be just if another priest tells you that he's, raping some kid.
Right.
Or any other crime, I guess.
Well, it says sexual abuse, right?
Okay,
report child abuse.
Yeah, child
specifically.
abuse. Okay.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So all right. They had to narrow the narrow bill even more narrowly in order to get it to.
I guess if, when and if this passes, non-priests can still admit to child sexual abuse to a priest and not have to worry about that priest, saying anything to the authorities.
Well, how else are they supposed to coordinate and get moved to a new parish if they can't talk to each other about it?
Right, yeah.
They have to have the safety box of no laws exist here.
Moving on. But even the altered version of the bill is sparking outrage among Catholic leaders. Oh,
well, wow. Yeah, you would think.
Oh, I didn't see that coming.
Forcing priests and other clergy either to comply with the law and violate the sacramental seal of the confession or defy authorities and risk arrest. The California Catholic Conference decried the bill in a statement describing it as a, quote, attack on the sanctity of the confessional, and noting that under church law, any priest who violates the seal of confession is automatically excommunicated.
Excommunicated. Don't you report that crime. Don't do it. Excommunication. Yep.
Thank you.
Sorry,
Jamie.
Yep.
The suffering of the children matter.
Really, that's your position? Is it? Are you sure that's your position? All right. Okay. You should let everyone know that's your position and say it again many times in public.
I did want to draw attention to that specifically because it is important to remember, because it's so easy for me especially to forget that they really believe this bullshit and they really believe that excommunication is, eternal condemnation to hell. So, yes, they really, we're going to go ahead and take them at their word and believe them when they say they really, truly believe that, even though it's other garbage that they can't substantiate.
To save abused children, they're unwilling to sacrifice themselves.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
cool.
Your garbage beliefs, while you may sincerely believe them, do not supersede the rights of your victims and of your friends' victims.
Yeah.
So,
but what about
go fuck yourself?
Yeah. Actually, if they went and fucked themselves, they wouldn't have this problem.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually the
on.
best advice.
I wanted to draw attention to that because, yes, they believe it. Doesn't matter. It still doesn't matter that they think that they're going to go to hell forever.
Yep. More opportunities to be the good guys squandered.
Yes.
Yeah.
No shit. Same old story. In a separate interview with Religion News Service, a spokesman for the conference argued that the narrowing of the bill only sharpens opponents' argument that it violates religious freedom provisions and is discriminatory.
That's the opposite of
targeted directly at priests. Yeah. So but
so instead of violating what they see as everyone's religious liberty, they're violating a smaller number of people's religious liberty, thus strengthening the argument that it's directed at religious liberty.
Well, let's hear him out for a second here.
All right. Well,
the more you narrow it down, the more unconstitutional it gets, the spokesman said. The spokesman added that while Catholic officials won't prepare any legal challenges before the bill passes in California's lower chamber, they wouldn't rule out potential future lawsuits. Of course, you don't want to, you're not going to, if it doesn't pass the lower chamber, you don't want to have a big PR thing about it because only, Religious News Service and TheNonProphets and, a handful of other people are talking about this at the moment.
That's such a dumb thing to report. Like, it's clearly the Religious News Service or something like it where it's like, but they haven't ruled out a lawsuit. I haven't ruled out a lawsuit against my shoes, right? Like, what action is not ruling out a lawsuit?
Well, the spokesperson for the Catholic officials said that.
It says we haven't ruled out a lawsuit.
Like, we might throw a bunch of money around and make sure this doesn't pass, but at the moment, we're going to hope. We're going to cross our fingers and hope it doesn't pass.
Yeah, there's a website, I think it's churchandstate.com.uk that covers religious influence in politics pretty well.
Yeah. So
just in case you wanted to spoil your day, week, month, year, life, do that.
Yeah. Quote, I do find it quite shocking because it's a blatant violation of the First Amendment. San Francisco Archbishop, what's his name, said the whole point of the First Amendment and one of the foundational principles of this country was to keep the government out of church. Here is the government intruding into church's affairs. So
at least he's being honest that abusing children is the church's affairs.
Yeah. He's also a fucking simpleton because reality isn't black and white like that. Okay? Yeah. This isn't libertarian land where every fucking law is just a, straight dichotomy. There is nuance. There is whatever. We're almost out of time. So Bishop, what's his name, Diocese Oakland, California, also forbade any priests in his region from obeying the bill. He forbade all of his priests from obeying
not how that works.
So
and
scofflaw.
Yeah, and actually one more little bit of kind of semantic thing.
My favorite.
They said later on that canon law experts differ over whether a priest can be, quote, released from the seal of confession by the person who confessed to them, with many insisting they can be unbound.
Unbound?
So again, that is, the people, really genuinely taking it seriously and like, okay, can I be released from my, the obligation of this whole thing?
Right.
If the priest, if my fellow priest says that he is, raping a bunch of kids, but unbinds me from having to keep that a secret,
right?
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense, and it's, again, just fucking crazy.
I was going to say, it's you can, if you ask really, really nicely, please, Sky Daddy, can I break the rules? All right, son, just this once. Mm-hmm. And then you can tattle.
Yeah. So, I guess...
Wow.
Yeah. California legislators trying to do the right thing and have some accountability here. Just because you believe it sincerely your right to think that you're going to heaven or hell, depending on, what you do, it doesn't supersede the rights of sex abuse victims. It just doesn't.
Yup.
Ay, ay, ay.
I don't know what else to say other than that.